That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present, but you'll soon be finding all this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Grammarai's disciples pulled the trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Grammarai, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? Mason system. So we finally get to see what this computer thinks. Whoa! What? Oh! Is this basically Apollo going through all the information from 7 years ago to make a case for the next trial? Is that what's going on here? But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. But first you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through the game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half-finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Oh, the Magatama, right? Yes, my Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Touch the arrow to switch between past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is actually getting interesting. Well, I can go to the defendant lobby? That's cool. Ho ho ho. Alright, let's go to the detention center. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up to walk away, but I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. 7 years ago, detention center, visitor's room. What strange sights doth mine eyes behold? Excuse me? 2 men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything, nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? A little piano and a cold little hole in a wall. But since you are here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnified Grammarai, for one. Who pulled that trigger, Valent or his partner Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Oh, and search, okay. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it. Glory spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? Zach Grammarai killed Magnifi. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long as an audience awaits with bated breath, there will be Valentine also. Yes. Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifi's repertoire is mine. Valent Grammarai has a tradition to uphold. Is that true? Seen in this light, the trial is quite good to me, verdict will know. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity. A suspicion on you hasn't lived entirely, Valiant. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow McAfee's instructions as your partner. So I was, but only Zakram or I followed them. Let us not speak any more of who shot what. Not now that my partner has vanished. The question is moot. I'm more interested in learning something else, actually. What might that be? I want to know what McAfee had up his sleeves. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him? The trick up his sleeve! Ha 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 ha! Perhaps you do not know! Know what? A great magician never reveals his secrets. There he is. Boom! Been a while since I've seen you guys. Missed ya. I didn't think it would be that easy. The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight. My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. You can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it. Alright. Oh, I could just press it up there. That's nice. Boom! Can I actually do this? Trick up his sleeve. Ho ho, yes! I'm out of tune with it. I'm just gonna give up. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit a murder. As some mentors found of dramatic moves and dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? I guess it was a matter of life and death. Care to explain? Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Let us make this as painless as possible. If you have proof of this danger, then show it. I don't think I do. Yeah. I don't have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Alright. I can deal with that. And such. Let's go to Ranko Law Offices. 7 years ago, Ranko Law Offices. Oh, morning, Daddy.
Oh, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They panicked. They're picking on you.
Ha 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 ha. I'm fine as always. This old boy here's how to help me after all.
That's a young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks. My first show's today, after all. Oh, is that what you meant? Interesting. Maybe she's the one who helped out with the disappearing act. 2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Oh boy, this is gonna be sad. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. It's hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some place you might like to stay at. This is so weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? Yeah. Definitely.
I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney.
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy. Say Daddy.
That was quick.
Yes. If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking I haven't paid for lunches in my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, in this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know. AKA, I'm asking you to use all your money. Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit, I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll just do fine, Daddy.
Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? Oh my god, she's so adorable. Alright, let's talk. The office.
So, Daddy, you got fired for being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside as something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy was always used to talking about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? No one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I'm a directly descendant from the famous Samurai.
Directly descended? He's your father.
and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Yep, she did. She's wonderful. She's an innocent cinema roll.
Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Samurai?
That was me talking.
Daddy, sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Grammari, and they're big.
The Grammaris. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zack and Valiant Grammari together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And those giant trouts swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. Damn it, my heart!
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mom.
But I have my magic and a great daddy, even if he's unemployed. You know, I think things are gonna be okay.
I wonder if we should talk about her mother. Oh, whoops. So, Trucy, you're a professional.
Yes, it's like that thing you say, baby frogs grow up to be frogs.
They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
That's right. Well, you want to see a trick?
You're going to do a magic trick? Yeah, I'm sure. He's gonna be Mr. Hat. Please be Mr. Hat. Please be a young Mr. Hat. Actually, I would like to see a trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Oh my god, it is. Mr. Hat!
Hey, folks, that's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen.
Ugh! Whoa, that was startling.
Amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Oh, my routines do get a bit heady at times. Ha, get it? Heady.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Mr. Hat is like my favorite character in this whole game. He's just so adorable, just like Trucy. And the fact that the capes, like, I would have expected him to be like, I guess it would be too much to expect him to be looking like a young Mr. Hat, since obviously he's made out of wood and stuff, but it would have been cool if that was what they did. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart. The amazing... Oh, that's in evidence. That's interesting. Alright, that was cool. Could you tell me about your mummy?
if it's okay.
Mummy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on the sky, on the stage.
On stage, you mean with your daddy?
Yep, she was always there with Zack and Valen smiling. But then she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Oh. Oh?
Maybe so. I cried then a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this, here.
Oh. Hello there. This is your mother. She's beautiful.
Her name's Thalazza. Thalazza Grammari.
Poor girl. I didn't know her mummy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before our eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't...
Don't worry, I won't vanish, I promise.
Right, you can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. No. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay after all. We're family. I just hope you're ready. The Wright Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing everyone?
Me and you, that makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you might be a magician, but I'm no talent. I like the fact that future Phoenix gets a lot more in control over this. He likes it a lot more. It just feels nice that he actually gets used to this. Well, why don't you put it that way?
You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. Boys should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Oh, okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy. Yay!
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o! The team, right. Guessing that's the end of the running lore officers. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy smiling, Trucy, she was my light. Nice. That was cool. Alright, let's go to the defendant lobby. 7 years ago, District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day. Oh, I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way. Trial is over. Ah, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Zack. There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I am talking about this. Boom! Mr. Enigma! The defendants escaped. Find him quick. Bailiff, close our access from the building. On the double, he must not be allowed to escape. Catch those thieves. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. Hey, you there, sir? Oh my god, it's Meekins! Oh my... Really? Wow, it's been ages. Down on the hands, floor on your head. Nah, what? What? Oh yeah, doesn't he get his, language mixed up a lot? Yeah, that's Meekins. I love you, pal. I really do. What's the big ideal? Big ideal. Ideal? Idea. My ears! No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed here. But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed here. I had to say it like it is, sir, and it's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet. We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago. No recollection of that, sir. Huh? Me working on a case is always in the present progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir. Okay, you're the bailiff, right? What? That's... What? You're the bailiff. Oh my god, I thought the bailiff was just gonna be some kind of no-face guy. You're never gonna see his face. Holy crap! Oh my god. That's the bailiff. Yes, sir, court bailiff, Mike Meekins at your son. I've asked to meet with the bailiff of this court. He'll let the magician escape. Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir. But you were a regular police officer once, right? Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir. So I'm guessing, because, I'm guessing after that case, he got deranked from police officer to bailiff in a courtroom. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you're in charge of security at the time of the vanishing. I'm dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my... You've already said that. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Alright, let's talk. Meekins, I've missed you. Sort of. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing a uniform. Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year tragedy struck a rising star of the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me. That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing. So here I am, sir, forced to start from square one and a lowly bailiff. Oh, okay. But your uniform? I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired. That can't be legal. So you were the one who let the magician get away that day. I'm dying over here! Star as them on the court bailiff's full of hope, then tragedy strikes! Is there anything you can tell me about? About Zach Grammarai's disappearance? Oh, the humanity! That's enough of that. Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 PM when I heard a commotion in the court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open. Slamming some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face! So you saw something suspicious coming out? Yes, and I, being bailiff, was still standing, I gave chase. Chase that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir. I have a diagram of the court building here. Aha, there's a courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, no friend to call my own. Okay, and which way did Zach Gramarai run after you busted through the courtroom door? He went out like this. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran. I followed him and threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like I was right there, because it was lobby number 2, sir. You ran into this room? I just realized that these are individual rooms. I thought that door right there leads into the courtroom. I've always thought we're just chilling outside of the courtroom. But no, we're actually sitting in a lobby room. I thought the lobby was just the outside of the courtroom. And that if you walked down this room far enough, you'd reach the entrance. But no, okay. I'm glad they showed that diagram. I wish they'd showed it ages ago so I could have a good view of what the court's like. But yeah. I don't see any place to hide in here. Believe it or not, sir, I don't believe it. Here in this room, the magician gone, vanished like a puff of smoke. Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone. I want to see something. A greenhorn attorney I happen to meet. I call him Polo. He's only 15 here. Christoph. Incarcerated at the Central Penitentiary for the murder of Shady Smith. I'm guessing that's like future thing. Miss Trucy. I wonder... Yeah, he's Meekins. He's 24 here. Bailiff responsible for security at the trial. Wish Phoenix was here. Age 33. Trucy's mother still missing after her son's disappearance. Trucy's father, defendant in trial, vanished just before the verdict was announced. And yeah. That's impossible. Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying over here! Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right, nothing was here, sir.
How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? So Zach was in this room when he vanished?
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes, sir. The red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right outside this room.
Silk hat, cape? That's Zach, alright.
But, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir? Ideas about what, sir? If you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick you might have used to disappear like that? Oh, yep, I figured. Cyclops, I should have known. Boom! The Disappearing Act. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey, who? What's with the atmosphere in here all of a sudden?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what. Zach Gramorai finished from this room. How'd he do it?
How, sir? Well, sir, I can't say as I, sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, you see, at the time, sir, I was here, and... Listen, it was impossible. What could such a little girl possibly do?
Oh. What did you just say? Oh. Okay, Trucy. My god. So basically, he was following the little girl, thinking it was the defendant. It was most likely because he thought unauthorized personnel weren't allowed, right? And he's probably embarrassed because he was chasing the wrong person.
Sir, did I just say something odd?
No, you screamed it through the megaphone of yours. There was someone else in this room, wasn't there?
Sir, I'm gonna have to invoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day. It was you!
Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
Sir! Sir, that day, she was here, in the room, sir, but he wasn't.
You mean you chased her into this room?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician.
7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he?
You mean, you have a point?
You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramorai. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Oh, it's a Mr. Hat? She had Mr. Hat up, and he's taller than her, so...
What's that?
A girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. He uses it in a show down in the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
Yes, maybe. So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat really exists.
God damn it, Meekins.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Gramorai exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room. Zach Gramorai, I don't even think you can escape, Meekins. Down in your hands, floor in your head. Hello? Something the matter, mister? No, that is... Sir, currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gramorai, do you know him? Oh, I love Zach Gramorai. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I'm also his daughter, but we're not going to say that. I see, that's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, the very same Zach Gramorai into this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, run to the rug.
There is no rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him. I thought it was... Oh no, in the writing code law officer memory, it was 2 days after. But this is at a different time. Okay. Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought I'd been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week.
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat.
Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. He was standing by the door, and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you were standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. And I saw the cape, Zack Grummire's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir! All of my days of posing inquiries, and making inquiries and chasing inquiries wasted. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. All the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate buffet. Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry, I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. I don't care, though.
It's an honor, sir. I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me.
Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Is that so? Sir, you should know that I have no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor.
Okay.
I let the defendant escape, that's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues on to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Guamshook.
Oh, boy. Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of things I've taken from me, sir. But no one's ever given... but no one's ever given me anything for free. Right, I'll see you in court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it. And that one's done. Cool. All eyes are on Zack Grumire that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery is being revealed, but the magicians remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Cool. That was nice. Wait, what? I don't want to do that though. Shouldn't I stick to this? Or are there things I need to know in the present to know in the past? Interesting. I'll go here anyway. Present day Borscht Bowl Club. Oh boy. I'm back, bitches. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. Oh! Okay. Then I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. Hey brother, wanna go play some guitar? No, I have some work to do. Real work. Oh, fine then. 2 years left of my shift. 2 hours left of my shift. I wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding, I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night of the keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place like this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is? A friend of yours. Oh. What?
Don't mind me, I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman.
He will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us and no others.
The Wright Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano, well, sort of. It's actually just a front for my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started, I don't remember. But I'm good, real good. It didn't take long for the rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. The guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory, they come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes, there's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source for income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room.
The hideout, yes, but before we go...
Yes?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith.
Oh, and I'm Breschel Spark. Spark Breschel, news reporter. Oh, I'm...
No, Phoenix Wright.
Huh?
You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am.
Have we met?
Yeah, it is. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
What are you talking about?
I am talking about this.
Go!
The defendants escaped. Bailiff, close the exits.
I was gonna repeat the same thing. La 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 la. You can't be. But you're... Zach Gramarai.
Yes, the reincarnation...
Oh, it's Christoph heard him say it, right?
Yes, the reincarnation act of this century. Pity I have only an audience of 1. You.
Zach Gramarai. It's supposed to be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy's ruined my life.
You there.
Damn! Oh god, it's you.
We will play soon. Ready the room.
I will be preparing the hideout for you. Are you really him, the Zach Gramarai?
No, I'm Shady Smith. Remember this.
How many years has it been now? 6?
Exactly 3 days from now will be 7.
I caused you so much. Inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that.
Is she well? Trucy, I mean.
She's fine. I've got her working already, hope you don't mind.
I hardly need express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That and to settle a matter of cards.
By which you mean poker? Those eyes, he's serious.
I despise losing above all else. And so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes.
I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition, all else is secondary.
Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you.
Alright. Meaning of competition. We competed that day 7 years ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. You must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue.
2. 1. Showdown time.
I lost.
It's only a game of poker.
A game I played for a long time, and only lost twice.
Who was the first?
The man I killed, of course.
You choose your defense attorneys by playing poker.
Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do.
Trucy's power.
Trucy, she's in a class of her own.
For 7 years I played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club, and I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. and she sends me signals. Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon.
Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic, but those of Trucy's lines possess far greater skill.
Her line?
Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost.
Magnifique Grammari.
That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it.
Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Grammari blood or something?
Blood.
Ah, boy.
I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time.
Some kind of Grammari secret, then fine. That Trucy.
She's 15 this year. She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know.
Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix talking. She's still trying to follow in your footsteps.
I see. When I planned my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause.
Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go?
Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day because of this.
This?
Transferal rights. You see the signature.
A transferal? That's Magnify's Grammari signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. Recipient Zach Grammari. Is this the real ripped piece of paper?
Yes, it is.
Wait, this page looks torn.
You recall the diary, yes?
First, take a closer look at this diary. Note that a page is clearly being ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Wait, let me see that!
It wasn't really that well forged, because if you look at the original one, you can see that it's torn more on the upper half than the lower. But this new page is more ripped on the bottom than the top, which is what the diary looks like, because there's more piece of papers left behind at the bottom than the top, so it wasn't really that well forged. How could I forget? The scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge.
This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnifique gave it to me that night.
You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier.
Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from the courtroom.
Okay, transfer rights. The greatest of Magnifique Grammari's illusions are true art.
As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform her illusions on stage.
Sounds like a pretty important thing to have in Fury's disciple.
As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir.
Rightful?
I'm sure you know who I chose as a successor.
Your daughter?
That is why I have risked all to come here. Brushel.
Sir! Ah, here you go. What's this?
A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness.
But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides. I may not look like it, but I'm a certified notary. You are? Why, hey, I won't wear a notary's glasses and I hunt for news. And I also wear clay makeup. Also, by day, I wear a reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well.
Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight.
Okay, so that's what it actually is. Oh, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said.
Precisely.
They're trying to keep it away from Valent, aren't they? There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone were to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, they would lose all rights as a living person after 7 years from that day. not to mention all their possessions.
Exactly, which is why I'm here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of this document. Before my 7 years are up, you might say, I am securing my daughter's inheritance.
Do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically?
Not in this case, I am afraid.
In this case?
Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnifique Grammari. However, this was done in secret without witness. Before Magnifique died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zach Grammari, and Valen Grammari. Not Trucy.
I see, so you do need this document.
I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Now only 3 know of my rebirth.
I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found she had no other close kin.
It is as you said.
Okay. It's kind of hurt me to say something about his mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Interesting. Can I present this? The person in the photo is Trucy's mother.
How did you come by this?
Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone.
Then it is so.
Huh?
She is gone. What more is there to say?
Lots. I know. Whoa, you're still here? According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnifique Grammari's only daughter, end quote. What? Magnifique's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zach?
Brushel, you say too much.
What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zach decked him.
In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over.
Tell us about Grammari. She's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather me some more evidence, clearly.
While the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction, shall we begin our game? My final competition.
Final? Why?
As you said, I have come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more in underground.
Without seeing your daughter?
It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played, 7 years ago I lost. Already lost to Magnifique, I do not care to lose to another. And I have heard that you never lose.
It's just a rumor.
Yes, for it is impossible to never lose unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation. To think of a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes.
Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up.
That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned.
This guy's beyond serious. So much for fun evening of cards.
Brushel, you may leave.
Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop.
I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough.
And just remember the future, prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen. Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man.
Then let us begin.
Da.
You will be witness to our competition.
Da, it is an honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before? Yeah, I feel like she has more importance to this. Maybe... Could she be Talaza? She doesn't appear. Ooh, she seems to be a master of disguise. She's like the pirate, and then she was like the restaurant girl.
Oh, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe it was his name.
You know him?
After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this.
Yeah. Grammari power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. I need to meet this reporter again, that was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zach began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. Name Zach Grammari I knew, but how and why?
Christoph Gavin.
Solitary cell. What? Present day. Central prison. Solitary cell. Oh! Hey, bitches. Well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago. My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I do is point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete. How do you pronounce that? Tete-a-tete. Tete-a-tete, right. Tete-a-tete. You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Gavin's motto. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I have no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Ramurai, you know the defendant. I remember him, of course. Oh boy. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible. That face is, like, creepy? Is that a normal expression? Like, is that a normal expression? Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? I think your face is going a little weird since you've been in there. After the trial, you were arrested and found guilty, but your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. So in your case, reason for murder. You recall the case 7 years ago? Yes, the trial with Zach Ramurai pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of prize and adoration for the trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Was it now? The Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimously, save for one dissenting opinion, yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years we've been friends, and yet I still don't understand you. But Wright, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what to think. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game. Zach Ramurai mentioned your name, Gavin. Oh, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe was his name. After that, he was killed and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when people had turned on me. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead? Someone hit him hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. So he didn't do this to trap him. He literally said all this because he trusted the guy. But I'm guessing he started to realize later on. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No, Zach Ramurai. Oh, whoa. Never seen psyche locks like these. What the hell? Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails. I still have no idea what this is. He says he's doing his nails, but I don't understand how he's doing his nails with this. How do you do your nails with this? Oh! Oh, I get it. The hand is basically just a handle, as in it's meant to be a pun, I'm guessing. Handle. So it looks like a hand because it's the handle. And I'm guessing you pull that out of the lower part, which is actually the ink. Or, well, nail polish. And you brush it. Is that what it is? It just looked so weird last time I saw it. You're thinking what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First-rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. Nail polish slipped into pocket. I don't remember, but during that during that break, before we went 7 years in the past, we had a break, and then there was like a 15-minute trial, and then Vema, or whatever her name is, just fainted. During that break, did she do her nails? Because it is really possible Kristoff exchanged the nail polish. Because he has a similar looking bottle. And that's why she got poisoned, maybe. Because of the nail brushes. Maybe? Let's have a look at this. It's a letter. I don't know what's been bothering me since I came in here. Yeah, what is that? It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I am allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Interesting. Guess I'll end the search for now. Where can I go now? Here. I'm gonna go to Drew's studio. Haven't been there yet.